Hey everyone, welcome back again. Today we have the mighty awesome, and I do emphasize the word awesome, Black Bolt statue from XM Studios. This is one of a kind. There are 999 of them. But the design, the overall packaging, I think you'll be impressed today. So before we proceed, let's go back to the beginning for our usual um, semi-unboxing, and then we'll put it all together. And if you're patient, you'll be impressed with this piece. Okay, so hang on. Okay, we have once again the standard hard cardstock with corner protection, Inhumans, and of course we have the standard quality Velcro. Look at that. That sounds of quality, right? Love it. Okay, and then on this side we have the creative teams, and then we go on to the other side. We have a little bit of info about Black Bolt. Okay, so now we're gonna pop up the top. This is a two-layer package, so now I will show you that. After popping off the top, that's the top portion. You have the two heads, the staff, two forearms, wings, and then the other arm. Okay, and then on the bottom you actually have the statue, the base, and the other base. Okay, and then before we proceed, as always, XM comes with registration, a little map of where to put the stuff back into the boxes. So that's nice, and of course the nice print. And I think these are from Art Zoom. So other companies will include or used to include the art print as a EX, which is kind of lame. Now they're charging you a couple $100 for an art print, which XM gives you for free. So that's nice customer service there. Okay, so let's get the base out, and you'll be impressed with the base today. This is the main base. It reminds me of some old time Atlantis base where the statue's been broken, worn down, maybe a Roman statue or something like that. Okay, so it feels like it's made of rock, but obviously it's not. Okay, so that's the lower half portion, and you get the statue head. There's a bigger piece that goes up here, and I'll attach that next. But there's a few variations that you can do with this one. Okay, so hang on to that one. This is the optional upper torso. As you can see, there's the steel rod, and then you're gonna put it right where that hole is. So I'll put the camera down. I'll put it in, and then because this thing's it's like a brick. Okay. That is with the upper part of the base in, and as you can see, there's lines right there, but that's part of the genius of it. Like this statue, sorry, this statue of the I guess the warrior. It's cracking, so that's just representing a crack, so they don't have to fill it in. Okay, and then as you can see, the back. It's really nice. I mean, it's a tall base, and we'll first put Black Bolt here, and then we'll make it up. Okay, so that's what it is. Alright, so let me get Black Bolt himself out. Before I put Black Bolt on, I wanted to show you it's a one pegger. As you can see how long the peg is, and it's going to fit right into that hole right there. I only need two hands with this because I don't want anything breaking, but as you can see, his costume's got some form of design mesh. It's really nice. Otherwise it would be boring. And then of course, you get that. So let me put it on, and we'll do a quick zoom out. Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, once I put everything together, this is going to be a very big statue. So I might have to zoom way out for this. Okay, so that's what it is. It's a one pegger, and it feels a little bit unstable, but it should be okay because as usual, XM will run the rod all the way up to the hips. Okay, and then the only thing is if you go back here, you can see the rod. There's not much to do. Maybe they could have done some rock or something to cover it, but it looks like he's floating. Okay, and then let me get you the back side before we put on his, not wings, but his thingamajig, I don't know what to call it. Okay, so let's do the regular arms, and then we'll do the head, one of the heads. Okay. Sorry guys, I forgot to put this piece of the shield. That's gonna go right into that hole. Okay, so let me see if I can insert it with one hand. Come on. This thing shouldn't take that much. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Give you a zoom out. Okay, so and let me show you the back, what it looks like back here. Okay, it's very well done. You can probably put this outside and it'll look like a lawn ornament or something. Okay, so let's get the head and the arms on. Okay, so we're gonna go with the stern head, looking quiet head, and then we'll do the screaming head. Oh, by the way, this is real silver. Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, I'm not joking about it, like the Thanos one. This one is actually real silver, and then so be very careful because silver is in its purest form is very malleable, so you can bend it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna insert the head in like so. Okay, so we'll do the two arms, and he's just looking down intently, staring intensely. We've got two, it actually comes with four hands, and I'll show you the two clench and two open hand like this. So what we're going to do is snap it in like so. Bam. And this side, that was a little bit different, so from the other ones, you can see right there, so it just glides it in. So I guess they made it easier so you know how to do it. Okay? So that's what it is, and then let me see. In its most basic form, you can do something like that. Okay? So even before you attach any other accessories, you can have black bolt. Do that. Okay, and this is the simplest one. It takes up probably the least amount of space. I guess height-wise. Okay, so let me go and switch out the right arm for the staff, and that thing is huge. Okay, so hang on. Before switching out for the closed fist, left forearm and the, so you can see the rod's pretty long. Right forearm with holding the staff. I want you guys to have a look at the close-up of the open palm one. Okay, so you can go either way. So this is much like Thanos, where you can have a lot of switch out parts. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to do this one-handed. Not bad. And of course, this one's got this little notch. It's glided. Okay, so what we're gonna do is this will help. So you want to line the notch up. Where is it? Come on, come on. Sorry guys, let me put that on pause. Okay, we're back. Sorry, the notch wasn't aligning. So as you can see now, he's got the staff. And it's a pretty long staff. So when you display this, it's going to have a lot of width toward the back and height. Okay, so that's where your problem is going to be. But it's a good problem to have. So as you can see, it's very nicely done. Okay, so we'll go with that, or what we can do is we'll take this out. And we'll put the fist in, like so. So you can go with something like that, show more power. Okay, and then you get the two hands, and as you can see, black bolt's just nice. It's nicely done. And let me get you a 360 of this before I put on an alternate display for you. The rod goes so high that it's very difficult to get everything. So we'll spin it around for you guys to see. So you can see the base is pretty nice here, and since it's being rock based, so any paint flaws pretty much will be covered. Okay, so you can see it's a really nice one. Looks like he might be floating. Okay, so let me take it back a little bit, and I can give you one of these. Okay, so you can choose to display the rod or not. It takes up a lot of space, and it can even take up more space, as I will show you. Okay, so this is just painted silver, not a real silver rod or anything. You know what? It would be cool if this part is some form of acrylic piece. If it lit up, how cool would that be? But I guess that's asking too much. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to switch out an alternate display. We're going to remove this piece. I prefer this. We'll move it, and then we'll put black bolt onto it. So it's going to be really high. Okay. Sorry guys, I forgot to attach these floppy things. Not wings, but it's part of his costume. As you can see, I gave you an incomplete 360. Now we're going to have to do it again. Okay, so you just attach it in there. Bam, and that's what it's supposed to look like. Sorry about that. So let's spin it back. Oh, and I took off the head, so let me put the head back on. And then what we'll do is we're going to put on the screaming head. So, okay, so that's what the black bolt should look like. Here's the 180. So 360, sorry about that. And then let me do the staff, put the staff back on. So actually, you know what? Let's do the 360 without the staff. Okay, so we have an alternate 360 with the complete costume. Sorry about the last one. So that's what he looks like. It's pretty cool. Okay, and you know what? I will put back the staff. That was my bad. And let me give you a back 360 real quick. And then we'll switch the other arms out. Okay, so hang on. Again, real 360 with the, I don't know what those aren't wings, they're part of his costume. I guess when he can use his sonic power to fly, possibly. So either that or you just put it in because it looks cool, and it does look cool. Okay, so that's what you've got. Back of the base isn't just flat, so that's nice. Okay, and then we'll go back the other way really quick since we've already done this, but that was my bad for missing out on this flat thing with jig. Okay, so let me switch out the head, and then we'll go to the alternate display. So you can see it comes with two heads, silver tuning fork. That's what it is versus the other one. And as you can see, if you look into the mouth, it's done much better than the Wolverine I had. I had a not a problem, but an observation. That Wolverine, the inside of the upper mouth is just flat. This one's nicely done, as you can see. Okay, so they do improve on their products. So when we put this in, so you can get a rage like that. Okay, the raging head. This one time, actually, having the raging head is really a nice touch, and he can destroy a lot of things by screaming. One whisper, I guess they say he can destroy a mountain. So screaming wonder what that will destroy. Now Thanos though. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it out and put in the alternate display, and that thing's gonna be high. So if you think this is cool, wait till you see the alternate display we're gonna have. Okay. So hang on. All right. So I've removed Black Bolt. And as you can see, there's a hole right there where his peg would have been. Bam! Only XM would think about something like this. Okay? So what you're going to do is you put it in there. Like, debris has fallen on that. And then this whole piece, that's the back. You can move it around. So it looks like it's fallen off. And as you can see, right there, you can display them on top. As you can see, that piece is probably, what, 30... something inches. It's huge. It's gonna be 40 when I put on the rod, but as you can see, that is just massively tall. Okay, man, I really need a longer room. So that's the ultimate display. It will take up like all 3 shelves, or at least 2 shelves of your Besta if you got one of those. As you can see, it's nicely done. The only thing is yeah, you see there is some of the rod back here. Okay, but no big deal. And then you can see, you can display this piece any way you like as a prop. And then, yeah, I guess most people and I would choose to go with the open hand. Like, he's in rage with his screaming head. Okay, so it's better than close fist. And in order to give you a 360, I have to take this out. So you can see it's very well done. No, there's some design gap right there that could have been a better fit. Okay, but as you can see, there are patterns on his costume, so it's nice. Very nice. And you get patterns in there too. Okay. And then the back, you will see that. So they could have done something a little bit better. And when you put this on this kind of display, be very careful because mine's very tough to get in. You don't want to crack something. Okay. And of course you get patterns here. And it's supposed to be stable, and as always, they run the rod all the way up. Okay? That's what it is. And then I can't really give you a 360 for this stationary because it's too high, so I'm going to give you a fake 360. It's like a 180, and then I'll spin it around. Okay? So it's overall a very tall and nicely done statue. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch out the right hand for the rod, and it'll make this thing like, I don't know, 40 something, 50 inches tall. I have to step way back with this. This is for the ultimate quarter scale in height. I don't think there's a quarter scale statue that is gonna be as high as this, because you got Black Bolt already elevated, and then you put in the staff, and that's what you get. Okay, so that's probably close to 40 inches. Of goodness, if you will. So as you can see, this needs to be displayed out in the open. And I don't know, depending on your house, like if you have a really tall cabinet, this is probably going to hit the ceiling. But you really need to display this on the outside, okay? So you can switch out like the different head, the hands and everything. So it's got multiple display options like Thanos. And usually, when he's raging like that, you want to go with the open palm. Okay, so that's just personal preference, but that's what it is. So let me give you some more fake 360, if you will. But this is very difficult to get in. Okay, so that's what we've got. This is a very well done piece, and I'm so glad I picked it up. I'm not a fan per se, but I'm a fan of great artwork, and this is one piece that should not be missed. Okay, and then let me send the 360 around this way. That's what you would get. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the scorecard. Before the scorecard, one more zoom back. This thing's so awesome. Okay guys, before the scorecard, sorry once again, just a quick 360. This thing is so majestic that you should see it, you know, the true 360, okay? So we're gonna go and spin it. Okay, so let's go to the final scorecard. Okay, the first category we have is sculpting. This thing is nice. Nicely done. I didn't see any major flaws in this. It's just overall a really well done piece. As you can see, there isn't much to say. I haven't seen one of these done. And there aren't many black bolts on the market other than the Bowen design one. So there isn't a lot of other pieces to compare this to, and I don't think you're ever going to see a quarter scale of this from another company like Sideshow or anything, because Black Bolt is just not a very popular character. But this piece is very well done. Okay, so for sculpting wise, even the base, with this massive base, I'm gonna give this is it a perfect 10 out of 10? There is no perfection, but for this piece, it's a definite 10 out of 10. Okay, I didn't see anything wrong. There are some fitting, I guess, issues, but we'll get to that. Other than that, everything just flows through nicely. Nice touch in the, different texture and design. Because Black Bolt's costume is pretty boring. So, they throw in a couple patterns here and there. So that's nice, Okay, so 10 out of 10 for sculpting. Can't say much more than that. Both heads, the raging head and the stern looking head, is pretty nice. Okay. And then our next category we have is fit and finish. This one I didn't have many issues, if at all. If the peg down there was a little bit difficult to fit in, but that's understandable the first time you fit everything in. And down there was a little bit difficult, but I managed. Everything else fit. I just didn't have any issue with this. The only issue is, as you can see, not that you ever display it in the back like this, but you see a peg coming out, so maybe if they made a rock a little bit higher, it'll hide it, and the same thing happened in the front. Okay, and then this being fully sculpted, as you can see, there's no mixed media to talk about, so this is just straight up paint. It's very simple paint scheme, I guess, so that's why they put in the patterns for his costume. I didn't see any flaws. Everything just came out just right. So for this one, fit and finish, I would have to go with a whopping 9.5 out of 10. I would have to take off a half for that. Okay, it's exposed. Alright, and it will also be exposed down here. But the display options, as you can see, is a lot of different display. Okay, so our next category that we have is going to be art direction, this is the killer right here. This is nice. You know, he's screaming, and you have two optional display like that, and one in front, which I will switch out for you because I keep moving back and forth on this thing. It's kind of annoying, but you cannot just get everything in with the camera, you know. So for art direction, you have multiple display options. Well, two, but most statues give you one. So that's Black Bolt right there. The art direction is nice, so I'm gonna have to give this a 10 out of 10. Okay, so moving along, our next category we have is what are we up to? Source material. When you look at this, you know it's Black Bolt. Okay, so the costume pattern may be a little bit different than what's in the comic books, but the basic design is there. With these winglets, and then it looks. Oh, sorry, and with the tuning fork. So it looks really nice, and he's on a thematic base. For source material, I'm sure, XM took some liberties with it. So I'm okay with that. I'm going to give this, it's close enough. So when I look at it, I know it's Black Bolt, okay? So with their creative interpretations, I'm sure in the costume somewhere, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10 is like perfect, exactly like the comic book. Okay? So other than that, oh, look at that. Looks like it might be unpainted or possibly a little bit of chip. But that's okay because since this is being a rock base, it's no big deal. Okay, so anyway, I said 9 out of 10, right? Okay, so the last category we're going to have is accessories. I love it. Let me put on pause, and then I'm going to put this back to a more manageable, viewing angle without me doing this coming in and out, okay? So hang on. Hey guys, I got to revise the fit and finish real quick. As you can see right there, it didn't fit in as well right there, so there's a gap, and this is my third statue with such gaps, so I'm gonna have to revise it down to a everything else works good except for that, and the other head has the same issue, so we'll call this an 8.5 for fit and finish. Okay, so alright, so we're gonna go with accessories now. As you can see, accessories is not just how many parts that are switched out, but the base. The base is very important to me. This is a thematic base. It's like it's just so cool. He's not just floating off a rock. This is like a huge design. I remember when XM first proposed it, people were worried about the price. They were just gonna go with a half, but this one makes it an awesome display. Okay. So you can go like that, or you can go with the staff. I prefer this. What we can do is, just for you guys, we'll switch that out. And then we'll put this on here. And as you can see, there's still gaps in it. It doesn't quite fit right, and all of the pieces are going to get that. So that's why I revised it to 8.5, okay? But anyway, accessories wise, this thing is going to be a 10 out of 10. You get a nice thematic base, and you get multiple switch out parts. You get like forearms, even this little piece to cover the ear piece when you put them on top. And then you get two heads, screaming head. They're both done very well. And then this is the stern looking head. Okay, and then throwing in the silver piece is a nice touch. Okay, so accessory wise, 10 out of 10. Can't beat it. This is Magneto level of accessories right here. Okay, so with those categories done, we're now going to do the overall score. This one is an easy one for me. This thing is not perfect, as I've shown you. Like in the back right there, you're going to have some, they should have made some form of rock or covering like this piece. That would have been nice. And then given that you have, four arms, you even get this ridiculous long staff, which I will now switch out. and the paint app is pretty good. The only thing is the fit and finish on the this thing's pretty hard to put in on the gap right there. Yeah, it's not quite his traps needs to be bigger to cover that. Okay, so I don't know what went wrong there, but the last three statues has been like this Thanos, Miss Marvel. So hopefully, you know, we're back on track. And then so anyway, this statue for me, it's gonna be, oh, look at that. You know, with the staff is nice. So it's gonna be a 9.5 out of 10, near perfection. Okay, and I think you know, without having Magneto, so I can't really say this is the best done statue. It would be a tie for me with this and Jean Grey. Except I think I would put this over Jean Grey. Character popularity aside, this thing's just got a better, you know, design. The other one, you know, Jean Grey with the bird is massive, but that's been done before. This has never been done, and like I said, I don't think you ever get a Black Bolt like this. Okay, so with multiple switch out parts and everything, so 9.5 out of 10, almost perfect. This would be a perfect statue if they cover that. Okay, and then that part right there, it just doesn't quite fit in right, as you can see. Somewhere along the line, this should have been perfectly fitted. Okay, so other than that, 9.5 out of 10. Almost perfect. Well, as perfect as you can get, and you get the silver thing. Maybe you can melt it down for, you know, 50 cents or something. I would think it's an ounce. But be careful when you put that on. Okay, so I would highly recommend that you get this just because in time, well, I think these are all sold out already. So, and oh, by the way, I did weigh this, and it comes in at around 40 pounds or so with a bathroom scale. So the problem with this statue is the bulkiness, not the weight. Other than that, you know, I have to lug it down the basement, so I have to break the boxes down. So as you can see, and taking a video of this is pretty difficult, just because he's so tall. You know, the overall display is tall. But anyway, back on track. Yeah, this is one of the XM Studios best, and I would highly recommend it if you can get it. You know, retail is gonna get you around $1,000, including shipping to the U.S. if you live in the U.S. or some other regions. It's well worth your money, especially with the multiple display. Just be careful, and although it's got a long rod, you know, you put it on in wrong, it's gonna it could break or it could crack. Okay, so I just cannot get over the space. It's so awesome. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I guess this is it for the XM for me until you know, the next batch to come. And I'm gonna put this back, this head, as you can see, it's really well done. And then white eyes done correctly, instead of, you know, white eyes all the time. The other one's got like regular eyes, so he's raging out. You know, that represents power, I guess, in the comic book. Okay, so thank you for watching, and then we'll see you next time. Hopefully I'll have the you know, Doctor Strange or something. It should be shipping next, and She-Hulk. Okay, so thank you for watching, and see you next time. By the way, pick it up if you get a chance. Too awesome to pass.